U.S. dollar bulls remain in control ahead of the FOMC rate decision. This is Kathy Lee with BK Traders walking you through the big stories in the market today. So the Federal Reserve's monetary policy announcement on Wednesday is front and center. And even though the greenback has had a very nice run, it seems like investors are convinced that the Federal Reserve is going to maintain its guidance and not shift away from their forecast of 3 interest rate cuts this year. So the greenback, which had sold off a little bit at the start of the early New Year session, is recovering its losses and is trading higher against most of the major currencies, even though U.S. yields are lower. This morning, we had Eurozone GDP numbers, and they were disappointing. Basically, Eurozone GDP growth stagnated in the fourth quarter, and that was slightly better than anticipated for a contraction, but still bad news. And Germany, in particular, saw a negative GDP growth, which illustrates the problems that we're seeing in the region and how close the ECB is to an interest rate cut. We also had horrendous Australian retail sales numbers. What's interesting is that Aussie actually rallied off of the initial data, and we rode that move here at BK Traders. But this morning, the Australian dollar is trading lower, finally reacting to that softer retail sales report. UK data was horrible. Mortgage approvals fell sharply, and sterling is basically the worst performing, or it ties with the Aussie, but it's basically the worst performing currency. The Canadian dollar is lower as oil prices sell off, but all of this, I think, is more of a reflection of U.S. dollar gains than problems in those countries, although problems in those countries are still an issue because it kind of illustrates how the U.S. economy is outperforming those countries. U.S. stock futures are lower, gold prices are higher, and I think we're going to see these moves persist throughout the North American session. We've got FOMC tomorrow. I'll give you more details on that, and I want to wish you all a great trading day. Once again, this is Kathy Lee with BK Traders.